Am I wrong for refusing to pay for my roommate's meal? I, a 20-year-old female, have a college roommate, Michelle, a 34-year-old female who I share summer housing with in our university's dorms. Michelle is super sweet to me, and despite our age gap, we get along really nicely. It's a great dorm situation, and I think Michelle sees me as a little sister. I mostly like to cook my meals in our dorm kitchen, but sometimes I treat myself to eating out. This is where the problem started. A lot of the time, Michelle will join me to eat out, either because she's free and I want company when my friends are busy, or because she invited me somewhere and I was free to come along. Lately, Michelle had been showering me in extra attention and even paying for most of my meals when we eat out. She's super generous with her money but has no job and is completely reliant on her parents. I always told her that it was fine and that I could pay for myself, but she always refused. One day we went out to eat at a slightly nicer sushi restaurant to celebrate being done with midterms. To put it as politely as possible, Michelle is a bigger girl, so she ordered dumpling appetizers, 5 sushi rolls, and a drink. She usually orders 2 to 3 meals per restaurant we go to. I got 1 sushi roll and water because it was $10 to $17 a roll and I'm not a big eater. When we were halfway through the meal, Michelle suggests that it's my turn to pay for both our meals. I say, "What do you mean? We never set up any kind of agreement." She got really upset, claiming that she paid for all my other meals and it was my turn to pay her back now. I told her I'm grateful that she was generous enough to pay for my other meals, but I didn't know there was an expectation to return the favor, especially because she ordered disproportionately more food than me, and I couldn't afford that much for one meal. Michelle got pissed and said something about how your parents are so rich, you can afford anything, and how one meal won't break my bank. It's true that my parents are paying for my college expenses, and I'm eternally grateful that I won't end up with any debt, but they give me a strict monthly budget that covers my groceries and gas. All the money I use to treat myself comes from my summer job. I told her that and she went silent for the rest of the meal. When we were finished, I made sure to ask for separate checks and she hasn't said a word to me since. I'm really worried that this caused a rift in our friendship. Maybe I was being unreasonable and I should have just paid for her meal. Am I wrong for asking for separate checks?